All right. Hi, guys. So tonight is the 7th of November. I actually had to look at my Fit because I have no idea, which is weird because I should know because my house is closing tomorrow, which is so freaking exciting. It's closing a day early. Very huge and exciting. I had to share that with you guys. And apparently that I needed to start the team call with this. So you're welcome. That's a little bit of excitement for you guys, which is kind of perfect because tonight's team call is, holy moly, my Boston Terrier just tooted and it smells like hot garbage. So apparently I also needed to share that bit of information with you too. Thank you, Lola. It's a good thing she's cute. Anyways, as I was saying, tonight is the perfect night to be excited because we're going to talk about how to set up the rest of the year to rock. So I don't know about you guys, but the beginning of 2017, I was like, this is going to be my year, man. This is going to be my jam. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to reach my fitness goal. I'm going to reach my income goal. I'm going to do all this stuff, right? Did anyone start the year like, yeah, this is my year? Anybody? Just me? Oh, okay. Hillary, Victoria, Jackie. Okay, we got some, Danny. Okay, we got some girls. Okay, so I don't know if y'all are like me, but the year came, and I'm like, shit, this is not playing out like it was supposed to. What's going on? Like I had these plans and these plans are happening and these goals are not being reached. What happens? And we're just like, oh my gosh. And then sometimes what happens if you come to January and you're like, okay, this is my year. This is when I'm going to do big things. This is when I'm going to reach big goals. This is it. And then what? 3/4 of the year is over and you're like, well, shit, I just blew the entire year. I might as well just coast through the rest of the year, right? Right? Like we can get in that mindset. Like, why try? Why try to even come close to reaching my goal if I'm nowhere near it, right? Or we can do the opposite. Yes, Yvette, we can start right now. We can start right now. It doesn't matter when you start. What matters is that you start, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a few tips tonight, but I'm going to do a little bit of recommendation. And no, I'm not affiliated with this author. No, I do not get discounts or promotions or anything from her by bragging about this book. But I just started reading this book. It's called Getting Noticed. It's like such a thin read. I'm already like halfway through the book from this morning. It's a no-nonsense guide to standing out and selling more for momapreneurs. Okay? For mom entrepreneurs, which I know a lot of you are, right? And she said, who ain't got time for that? Okay. So in this book, she's talking about how a lot of us, like we do the BS or the excuses or this, and this, and we let things sidetrack us and we let things hold us back. And she's like, but I became an entrepreneur as a mom because I wanted to have more freedom with my family. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram stories, but this morning I made a post that I have to share with you. And if this doesn't hit you in the feelers, then I don't know what will. But if you guys ever think about freedom, like I know so many women love their full-time jobs, right? Or they love their careers. And I would never say, no, one or the other, babe. Like you can't have both. That's BS. But here's the thing. The only thing that your career, your full-time job can't give you that full-time Beachbody coaching can is the freedom. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Ready for story time? The best part is the feeling of freedom. Nobody owns us. Not your time, not your paycheck, not your free time, not your workday. You are the boss around here. Don't let anyone tell you being your own boss isn't worth every bit of the hustle. Do you guys understand that? Like, who works here? Who has a part-time, full-time job? So you guys know what it's like if you want to go on vacation with your kids, you need to ask for paid time off, right? Or you need to schedule vacation. Sometimes when you schedule vacation, it gets declined too because someone else is taking vacation. So maybe the big family is planning a vacation that you can't even attend to. Maybe your best friend's getting married. Maybe your child's sick and you need to request time off, right? Maybe your kid is starting school for the first time and you are unable to be late for work to take your kid to school for the first time. Now, when I read that, I was like, holy shit. Because like, there's been times, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's been times where I'm like, my income could be better. Maybe I should get a part-time job too. Maybe I should get a part-time job. And I'm like, what are you freaking thinking? Just hustle more. Just be more focused in your business hours. Just stick to your business hours instead of like, oh, I need to get a part-time job. Because that's BS, because I never want to ask the man if I could have time with my family, ever. That is not anyone else's, that is not up to anybody else except for me. And I worked 2.5 years. My first 2.5 years, I was a Beachbody coach full-time as an office manager. Yes, I loved my job. I loved what I did. I worked in an office with construction workers and the owner's wife, and it was fun. I was able to work Beachbody sometimes there. And he did give me freedom when I needed it. Like, he'd let me stay home from work if my son was sick and stuff. But just the feeling of having to ask, just the feeling of making it up to someone else instead of just making that decision for yourself. Can you just imagine what that would be like if you didn't have to depend on a yes from someone else? Okay, just throwing that out there. Okay, now let's talk how you're going to rock the rest of the year. First things first, you have to set your goals. You have to create your goals. Cassandra, what's up? Oh my God, my girl's on here. I don't even know. There she is. Hey girl, hey, sorry. Welcome Cassandra, good to see your face. So you have to create your goals because you have to know what it is that you're working for. Otherwise, you're going to be working blindly, right? You have to know what it is that you want to achieve. And do yourself a favor, ladies. Do not limit your goals. Do not limit your goals because of your belief. Because if you're like, I really want this, but I don't think I'm capable. Bullshit. You are absolutely capable. Okay? So don't limit your goals when you're thinking about it. If it makes your stomach queasy and your palms sweat, go after that goal. Do it. If you want to make $500 a week by the end of this year, go for it. If you want to be diamond and you just signed up yesterday, go for it. If you want to walk away from your full-time job, go for it. But you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal in mind so you know what it is you're working for. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you create these goals based on what your upline tells you, based on what I tell you, based on what the person next to you is doing, based on what your success partner is doing, based on what you see other people doing. Your business is your business alone. Your goals are meant to help you and drive you and help you achieve what you want for your family, your future, and for yourself, right? So don't let what other people are doing define what you need to be doing. So what are you going to do with these goals? You're going to write them down. You are not going to type them. You're not going to put them in your notes section in your phone. Because if you guys ever heard, there's power in the pen. There's something that does something to your subconscious when you physically write things down. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like if you're writing a grocery list and you're writing down like butter, milk, bread, things like this, and you forget the grocery list at home, and you're like, oh, I remember I needed milk, butter, bread, bananas, because there's something with pen and paper. But if I type, like I'm typing a note or something, and I send it to somebody, and I'm like, oh my God, what time did I schedule that call with them? Like, I don't remember. Because there's something, some kind of technicality, I guess you could, it's not even technically because anyways, but there's some kind of big word that I am not knowing what it is right now that does something to your subconscious. What you also need to do with your goals is either rewrite them daily or review them daily. Do you guys know the only difference in a millionaire and a billionaire? A billionaire writes their goals 2 times a day. 2 times a day. I heard a lot of people say, I don't have time in the morning to write my goals every morning. I don't have time. Do you not have time to be a billionaire? Do you not have time to have freedom? Bullshit. I don't know if there's any babies on here, but I'm keeping it G for now. Write your goals every single day, at least once. It takes 5 minutes. And then what you're going to need to do with these goals, or your goal, is to create a doable action plan. And when I say doable, I mean what is realistic for you to do. If you're a mom of 8 kids, and you stay at home, don't plan on working 8 hours a day. That is not realistic, right? Because I'm a mom of 1. I know for damn sure if he stayed at home and didn't go to school, I wouldn't be able to work for 8 hours a day at home, right? Because those babies need mamas. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to throw it out there. Income and rank are 2 huge attainable goals that a lot of people shoot for. So I'm using one right now. So we're going to say, for instance, if you're shooting for $100 a week by the end of the year, okay, does anyone want to make an extra $100 a week by the end of the year? Could be more, could be less, but $100, okay? So if you are a coach, meaning you are not making team cycle bonuses, because you start that as an Emerald coach, so you're just a coach. You have no coaches underneath you. You have no coaches on your team. So how you reach $100 a week is you would need to sell 2 challenge packs. Okay. Yes, there's other ways of creating $100, but we're keeping it simple. So you need to sell 2 challenge packs because you get 25% commission, which means you get $50 from each $160 challenge pack, right? So for every 10 people, here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys some numbers. For every 10 people you invite to a challenge group, 1 person signs up, right? So if you want to sell 2 challenge packs every single week to make $100, you need to be talking to 20 people and inviting 20 people, okay? So that means you need to break down, and I'm not saying this is what you guys need to do. I'm just giving you some numbers. So if you work Monday through Friday, that's 5 days a week. That's 4 invites a day that you need to be sending out. Because I know a lot of you guys just did the holy shit when I said 20 invites a week, right? You were like, I saw your faces. You're like, 20 invites a week? Oh, I saw you. But if you break it down day by day, that's 4 invites a day. That's it. And I know inviting is really scary to a lot of people. Get out of your own way and just do it, because that's what's going to grow your business, and that's what's going to help change lives. Point blank, right then and there. And the more you do it, the more confident you're going to get in it, the more yeses you're going to get, and it's just going to build your momentum, okay? Yes, Dana, it is the only way. So how are you going to invite? Well, there's the invitation guide in the Big Team page in the doc section. Use it, read it, look over it, research everything. It's amazing, and it will help you guys. Use the invitation guide, okay? What are you inviting them to? You should always be inviting them to a challenge group or your VIP group. Who watched my video about a VIP group that I posted last week in the Big Team page? Okay, a couple of you. Okay, so I'm going to touch on the VIP group real quick. So what I recently started doing is I have like you guys all know, I run team-wide free clean eating groups. I run team-wide 30-day challenges, right? But I started noticing my challengers and some of my coaches start falling off the wagon because they're no longer in those 30-day groups. They're no longer in that free clean eating group. So what happens? Well, I want to make it a point that I am a lifestyle changing coach. I'm not just a coach to help you change your life for 30 days and just leave you hanging. So I started a VIP group that everybody, whether they're my personally sponsored coach or personal customer, they are added to this VIP group. Whether they finish a clean eating group, I ask them if they want to join. If they finish 21-day fix group, I ask them to join. If they sign up with an all access pass free membership, just a Shakeology, whatever, in the middle of a challenge group, I invite them to my VIP group. This is something amazing that you guys can do, whether you have a customer now or 10 or 15 or none at all. It's something that you can start doing right now because it's going to help build that trust and that intimacy with your people, right? Because sometimes, like, if they count on, you know, who you're running a challenge group with or whatever, they're not going to see you as much. And they signed up with you. So always give them that support and that guidance and that empowerment that you basically promised them when they signed up with you, right? So create a VIP group. My group is called Becoming Unstoppable because, you know, all of us ladies are unstoppable. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Number 2, get committed to your goals. It's one thing to have goals. It's another thing to actually be committed. Who has been in a relationship before in their life? Anyone? Any type of relationship. Okay. Then you know about commitment, right? You know about commitment. You know what it's like to make something that you care about a priority. Well, your goals should be a priority to you, right? Just like your children, your significant other, your fur babies, your family. These things are things that you love and they're a priority to you, right? So you have to remain committed to your goals. How you do that? You schedule your business hours. And this is something that I see a lot of leaders get really lax with, including myself. And I'm sure a lot of other coaches get very lax in this area too. Like keep putting it off. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to do my power hour from 9 to 10 tomorrow. 9 comes around. Oh, but the second cup of coffee sounds so good curled up in bed. I'll do my power hour later. And they push it off and then push it off and push it off. 5 o'clock comes around. Oh, I got to make dinner. I don't have time for that. And guess what? You just gave your goals the kaput. You just said, you're not my priority anymore because curling up in a fuzzy blanket and sipping my hot coffee was more a priority. Guess what? I'm pretty sure you could have done your power hour in fuzzy slippers and drinking hot coffee at the same time. That's the greatest thing about being a Beachbody coach. You can wear whatever you want to wear and be successful, right? So you have to schedule your power hour or your business hours and stick to it. Like a doctor's appointment, like your baby's doctor's appointment. Like these things you don't reschedule. These things you don't put off, okay? Create a calendar, get a planner, use your phone, whatever you need. Block time off daily. Get a success partner and check in with them. Use the Marco app, which is like a video walkie-talkie app. It's freaking awesome. I love it to death. Do weekly Zooms with them. Check in with them every week and say, okay, what are we going to do next? What's working for you? What's not working for you? I've been pretty good at making being success partner Cupid, if I don't toot my own horn. My most recent hookup is Danny and Nicole on here. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But I have a little stuff on my shoulder right there. But if you need help, just let me know and I'll help you. I'll help you get a success partner. Okay. And start using, this is something that I actually want to start doing because I've heard this recently from a few leaders, but start using your Sundays to recap your previous week. What did I do that I'm most proud of? And what could I have done better? And that will help you adjust your business hours. That will help you adjust your posts. Because if we fail to plan to fail, right? So if you don't work on Sundays and you're just laying there, you know, maybe Walking Dead's about to come on. I don't even know if it's on a Sunday show or not, but bear with me. Whatever show it is, just sit back, look at your calendar and be like, okay, what did I do this week? But you always want to celebrate first, right? Because you can't be your own worst critic. Because a lot of times, I bet you sit and you'd be like, I only invited 4 people. I only did this. Oh, I only worked out 3 times. What you need to do is you need to celebrate yourself first. Okay? So, damn, I ate that much broccoli last week, or, you know, whatever that makes you feel good, whatever that you were doing badly before. Or, yeah, I got a challenger, or yeah, I signed my first coach, or yeah, I did this. Yeah, I checked in every day. Celebrate, right? And then say, okay, well, this is where I feel like needs improvement. And be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. See? Stranger Things. I'm not judging you. It's okay. Okay. Number 3, and Hillary said this earlier, right? Work as if there is no plan B. Work as if this is only plan A, right? If this is all you've got, whether you have a part-time job, whether your significant other makes millions at the golf something, I don't know where I was going with that one, but no matter what, work as if this is all you have. Yes, Katrina, like you have no choice, because it will help you stay committed. It will help make it a priority to you. And then you'll always be excited too, because you'll always have something depending on you, and your purpose and your passion will bleed through because you're excited. And remember last week, you're leading with love, right? Right? Another thing, when you hit your goal, when you hit your goal, make another one. Say this time next week, you start hitting your $100 a week. Boom. What are you going to do then? Stay stagnant? No, you're going to raise it. I'm going to start making $150. I'm going to start making $200 a week. You always move up. If you miss your goal, keep going. Don't let it discourage you. Don't let it derail you. Don't let you, if you want to have a pity party, I'm the best at pity parties. I got to be honest, but don't have a pity party for too long. Give yourself a good 10-minute cry or scream into a pillow, whatever it is that you do. If you don't do emotional eating, no binge eating. That's unhealthy. But shake it off. Reach out to your success partner. Reach out into the team page. We'll give you a pat on your back or kick in the butt, and keep working. Keep moving forward, right? There's 3 podcasts that I suggest for you guys to start listening to that will help you, which I know a lot of you guys already listened to. MWF Motivation. It's from Rob Dial. He was a guest speaker on our team call a while ago. Freaking awesome. They're 5 or 10-minute podcasts, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then you have Mind Your Business podcast with James McRae. What? Yes. Sorry, my son just walked in with, I'm going to show everybody your robe body. Yeah, you get out of here. He's wearing a fuzzy bathrobe, and he's like, he's downstairs. Shh, you're distracting my team call. Oh my gosh, this child. Anyways, Mind Your Business podcast. These are a little bit longer podcasts. They're about 45 minutes long, but he has amazing guest speakers, and it's all about your business. So yes, a lot of them are men, guest speakers, but everything that they say always hits the nail on the head, and I cannot not listen to this podcast. It's freaking awesome. Now remember, I did suggest this book at the beginning, Getting Noticed, and when I'm reading this, I found out that she has a podcast, and it's called Boss Up. Whoop whoop. And girls, I was listening to the podcast when I was doing dishes today. She had me so freaking fired up. Just the way that she talks, she just pumps you up, and she talks about like emotions, and she talks about being a mom, and she talks about daily struggles, and she talks about, everything that we deal with on a daily basis, PMSing when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, like all this stuff that we need to know as females, right? So check out that podcast. Her podcasts are also short and sweet and to the point. And she also says that she does this thing where she says it's no F's. She's not going to give you any fluff. She's not going to give you a fairy tale. I don't remember the last F, but it's not what you all are thinking. I know you, dirty birds. But number 4, ready? By doing all of this, by sticking to your action plan, by shooting for your goal at the end of the year, you're going to create momentum through the holidays, right? Which means you're going to create your momentum on your own journey, because you should be doing the 4 vital behaviors, which means you're putting yourself first. It is your journey first. You're on your own journey before you can help anyone else, right? So your momentum, your own physical, mental, emotional, and nutritional momentum is going to soar through the holidays. You're going to start the new year off running, off on a good foot. Because first, you're taking care of you. Then you're reaching out to all these people. And guess what happens in January? Everyone decides to make New Year's resolutions, right? And 95% of them are to lose weight. I think that's pretty accurate. I may be wrong, but I'm guessing it's 95% of people choose their New Year's resolution to lose weight. Where do they go? They sign up as gym memberships. They get Beachbody on demand. They get a Beachbody coach. They do this, and this. How great would it be if they've been watching you for the past 2 months and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to sign up with her. She's been killing it the last 2 months. Right? Who wouldn't want that? Now, if you guys didn't know this, you're going to know in a second. Make it, if you are not yet, make it a goal for yourself and your business to at least be an Emerald coach by January and earn Success Club 10 in December, because you will not only get free coaches or free customers and you will also get free Shakeology leads, which means that when people go sign up with Beachbody.com and they purchase Shakeology, guess what? They're given a coach, right? And how awesome would that be? Because you're sitting here, getting 2 Challenge Pack customers every week, because that's your momentum, right? You're doing that. And then some of them are going to be turning into coaches because you're diving into your VIP group. You're giving them extra love, extra support, extra accountability. They're going to become your best coaches. Then you're going to teach them the same exact thing I'm teaching you, because this is a very duplicatable. I said it right. Candace is like, yep. It's very duplicatable system. It's very simple, which we want to keep things simple, right? Not overthink, not overcomplicate things, because oftentimes we do that, especially us women. And as you're doing that, you're growing your business and you're getting excited and you're more excited and your coaches are getting excited and your challengers are getting excited. And then come January, not only are you getting more people, but the people that you've been helping could be your referrals. You can showcase them for Transformation Tuesdays or Woman Crush Wednesdays. Or you could simply ask, do you know anyone that wants to do around a 21-day fix with you? Or quarter force, or this or this? Or do you know anyone that wants to join with little 80 days obsession? Is that, I'm all out, yeah. Little 80 days of I'm not going to say it again. I already said it once. But do you guys get what I'm saying here? You're creating this momentum. And then when January hits, guess what you can say and actually plan on happening? 2018 is going to be my best year yet, right? Because at the beginning of this call, we all said that 2017 is my year. It's totally my year. It's my year. Uh-oh. I think my daughter or my doggy did something she wasn't supposed to do. And that happens. I swear I took her body. Anyways, okay. So that's that. So before I open it up for any questions, I have a question for you. Who's going to rock the rest of 2017? Hey girls, hey. All right. That's what I like to see. Does anyone have any questions? I'm opening up the chat box real quick. So you're not required them to purchase anything to be in there to my VIP group. No, as long as they signed up with me as their free customer, which they should do before entering a free challenge of any kind, they don't have to purchase anything to be in there. But the great thing is, I'm going to use my girl Danny as an example. So I'm going to call her out real quick. So for the longest time, my girl Danny did not like Shakeology. She said it was gross. I thought she was weird. But then Danny got involved in my VIP group. All of a sudden, Danny wanted to try Shakeology. Danny wanted to be a coach. Now here Danny is down 37 pounds. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, being in a VIP group really works because you see other people getting results, having fun, being supportive of each other, right? So whether they just jumped into your clean eating group and they were a free customer and then now they're in your VIP group, let them do CrossFit. Let them do yoga at home. Let them go on their runs. But they're going to see what we're doing and they're going to see what actually is working instead of killing themselves hours at the gym or hours hitting the pavement. They're going to see it. I promise you guys it works. I have proof. She's on here right now. All right. Let me see if there's any more questions in here. Oh, that was it. And yes, Victoria, this year did go by way too fast. How do you get people involved in the VIP group? Mine is all, well, I mean, Missy, you're a part of mine, right? Sometimes I'll reach out to people and I'll be like, hey girl, how's it going? Like I just did a sweep through recently and I reached out to a lot of people that haven't been in there. And now you see, like Jane just showed up the other day and she's like, I'm starting 21-day fix. And I've been like, not on her group or not on the wagon for 3 months or so, right? So I'll reach out to them and I'll personally message them and be like, hey girl, how's it going? How can I help you? How can I serve you as your coach? What can I do for you? Right? Because we're always serving, we're always adding value to them. So just reach out. My VIP group is on Facebook because for me, it's more personal. I can do live videos in there. I could share gifts. I can't do gifts on the app. It's just my jam. A lot of people do like the app though, because they can do the Shakeology check-in. They could do the workout check-in every day. They could check in their stats every day. I personally don't like doing that either because a lot of people get too lenient on weighing every day just so they could plug those numbers in. And me personally think it's very unhealthy to weigh every day, especially as a woman. It messes with their heads if it doesn't go down, and then we get all depressed and then want to eat a brownie, and then that's not good for our ass. Spiral effect. But so yes, long story short, I use a Facebook group. For the majority of my groups, I use Facebook. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? All right. I have one more tip real quick for you guys, or two things. Next Monday, I am doing a team-wide a team-wide clean eating group. Okay. It is going to be created this Friday as usual. So they have the rest of the weekend to go grocery shopping. And next Wednesday, our girls, Dana and Tracy, are hosting a What is Coaching? Hey. So y'all all could invite your prospects, people that you've talked to about being a coach. Maybe you got some challengers killing it. Maybe they love Shakeology. You can invite them because both of those ladies are awesome and they're going to kill it. And there was one more thing. Did I say there was two things or just one thing? Oh my gosh. Mush brain. I tell you, it's going to come to me. There's one more thing. Oh, I got it. Okay. So 2 weeks ago, I made this post because sometimes we reach out to people. Like, how many times do you guys reach out to people and you're like, hey girl, what are you doing? What are you doing to lose weight or whatever? And they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of Beachbody. I have the 21-day fix, or I have this program and I haven't done it, or I tried it, or whatever. There's so many people that I reach out to and they either have a program that they never completed, or they worked with the coach and the coach completely fell off the face of the earth, or they finished a program and they nailed it, but they haven't touched a workout since. So what I did on my personal page, I said, how many of you have fallen off, or how many of you have the 21-day fix and have fallen off the wagon or want to get back on track? It was just a simple post, nothing too fancy. I may have done like that pretty background of it. And I got so much traction. There's like 58 ladies in there. There's some of you coaches in there right now too. But because there was no requirements, I only required that they had a coach that was in the page. So some of them were my previous challengers. There's some that ordered through Beachbody or got it from Amazon or got it through eBay, but they had to sign up with me as their free challenge pack or as their free coach. And there's every single day, all these women are killing it. It's freaking phenomenal every single day. And I'm thinking like, they're cheering each other on. They're getting back on track. They're feeling good about themselves. And because there was no requirements, because a lot of times we hear they got to put skin in the game, right? Like you got to pay for something if you really want it, right? Like I remember Chalene Johnson said, don't ever give away a Shakeology pack. Like a lot of people give away packets for people to try. Don't ever give away a packet because if they don't put skin in the game, it's just going to end up on the counter. And I always thought that. I always feared that. Like, okay, well, unless they're going to buy something, they're not actually going to put in the work. Well, this is proving that wrong because they already purchased it. Some actually got the performance line. Some actually got the all access pass. Some actually got Shakeology too. None of that was a requirement, but because I made a quick little snippet video about, hey girls, we're starting, the prep week next Monday, because I opened it on a Friday, I think. And I just gave a little video. If you still have time, if you want to order Shakeology, if you want to order the performance line, whatever, reach out to your coach. I told them what they expected. I made a commitment letter. Who's in that group and filled out a commitment letter? Uh-oh, Missy, I just seen your face. Okay, well, okay. I had a bunch of commitment letters in my inbox, so apparently none of my coaches followed directions. I see you. But I made a commitment form, which is freaking awesome because it gives them the breakdown of these are the things that are expected from you on your own journey. And then it tells them when to weigh and when to measure on day 1, on day 10, and on day 21. And when to take pictures and stuff. It's really freaking awesome. So you can do something just like that, put a post up for people and help build that community, help build that trust, help build that support and that encouragement with them, right? It's really freaking awesome, guys. And you could do that with any program, 21 Day Fix, Quarter Force, Turbo Fire, you know, whatever you want to do. So, yay! I see all you guys. Ooh, Dana, that's awesome. Okay. So before anyone else hops off, or maybe people are hopping in, if no one has any more questions, we're going to do our team selfie. Okay, no more questions. Thanks for watching the team call. I'm gonna